Going
Let's
live.
go. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, 2 times in one day.
2 Fridays? That's
We
pretty
go
good.
from
That's a
zero
good
to
deal.
just blowing up your feeds.
That's a good deal. And happy Friday. Welcome back to the weekly report.
Hello,
Jingle.
everyone. Weekly report, weekly report, weekly report. Cheers, Fred.
Cheers. Happy to be back.
Man, this
So-
is like an addictive thing going live.
Yeah, I like it.
I can't wait to talk about
Is
it.
this your second live today?
Yeah, I'm just doing lives.
Look at you.
Just liven it up.
Just a living live.
Living live.
I like it. Cool. So I hear from my little birdie that you've had a big week.
I've had a very big week. So just to put everything into context here, the weekly report is a temperature check of what is happening inside the Zero NDA studio. We started this as just a kind of a ritual to help me get more into the habit of sharing the story of how this project is taking shape.
Exactly.
And what was happening was that we were pre-recording everything and we were getting into the bottleneck of editing, editing and then publishing. And so we would have so many stories to tell.
And by we, he means him, because I'm useless.
I would have so many stories to tell that I wanted to get things out there, but I just wasn't able to edit and produce content fast enough for the amount of content that we were shooting.
That's it.
So a few days ago, I had the epiphany of just saying, fuck it, we're going to go live.
Yeah.
We're going to turn this into a broadcast type of studio. And I'm going to just try to get over that bottleneck by taking the chance of doing it in public.
And I think there are two interesting lessons there, or I guess like insights. One is, first of all, I'm sure a lot of you are in the same crunch and the same challenge of having a bottleneck of creating content. And I mean, that's why we have the live tools, but also like building in public is really building in public live. If it's
really going to be building in public.
That's it. I think to really honestly live the truth of the brand, this is how it's going to be, which is great.
Live the truth. Yeah. I'm preaching building in public and showing the behind the scenes of the process, but I wasn't doing it until really now.
That's it. Now we're showing some leg.
So thank you all so much for being here. This is like a 10-minute segment of just a catch up of what we achieved, what didn't. Sometimes Fred makes me do a challenge or eat a pickle, which I absolutely hate. And then we kind of have fun with it. So the idea here is let's just create an update. I'm George Simeo. We should also just introduce ourselves.
This is true. Fred Gray.
George Simeo. Fred has been the story architect that I've been turning to for advice on how to help shape the narrative around.
I have a new title.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm the Vanna White of this picture. I've decided. And I just learned that Vanna White is still going strong. So this is a relevant reference.
Cheers to you, Vanna.
Cheers to Vanna.
Cheers to Vanna.
Cheers to Vanna.
Awesome. So how do you want to start this?
Well, I think this week is an easy one because you've, first of all, activated this whole idea of being live and sharing in public, but also something big and new happened today. There was the first of something.
Today was the first time we not only went live, but we hosted a live creative process workshop.
Yes.
Which is called the council session.
Yes.
And we structured it, I guess let me just take a quick step back for those that have no idea what the hell this is.
Yeah, maybe go through the roadmap.
Yeah. So Zero NDA is effectively a place where founders and creators build in public. And the whole objective is to bring audiences into this process, into the creative process. A few months ago, I convinced 5 founders to join a 6-month adventure where I basically help them tell the story around what they're working on and how they're going to achieve that goal by the end of the season, right?
And hold that thought for a second. The insight that led to this is that a lot of founders are building quietly in a silo. Yes. They're holding all the anxiety in. They're waiting for it to be perfect before they share it. And a lot of the magic disappears by the time they actually kind of raise the curtain. So the idea here is to raise the curtain early, share it, but also bring input and have people kind of participate in the thinking and the building.
This is exactly why this project started. This project started because we tend to be, as builders and creators, in our own little bubble. And by the time we are actually ready to publish something or share something, we've maybe moved on to the next thing. Or when we're about to hit send, we don't know how to hit that send button. We don't know how to talk about this whole thing. So this initiative really started as, how do we change that?
Mhm.
How do we change that for real?
Yeah.
And actually build interesting things in public, have a discussion about it, and bring people into it.
Yeah, showcase a lot of those rich moments that otherwise we're not exposed to, which is really fantastic.
There you go. So that's this project in a nutshell. And with that, as I mentioned, we've got 5 founders that we're currently running this experiment with, who are very brave. And I don't think it's really registered with them yet that they're gonna also be part of the live
Yeah.
component, because that's never how it was pitched. But surprise, this is how it's how you've already paid.
If you're watching, don't prepare. You're good.
So yeah, and so the first kind of experiment was like very low hanging fruit, like come into the studio, let's have a little informal pod. I'll ask you what you're working on and what's your goal. The second experience is like, okay, now that we know what you're working on, how do we kind of open up that process a little bit? So the council is that idea, and that was the first session that we just had, which was we were working with Ahmed, who's a very successful exited founder, serial entrepreneur, running a venture studio called Product Shop. And one of their projects is called Access, which is effectively like building infrastructure and rethinking how you access your home, access your building, and all of the services and systems you can build around that. Super technical project, doesn't know how to communicate it really. And that was the session. That was the session where we brought in Jeff, who was a storytelling expert, and he did an amazing job. An amazing job, because he was like super apprehensive. Like, he didn't know. He was like, guys, this is super. I'm not ready for this. We don't do it this way. We can't get to a meaningful result in like an hour.
Yeah.
He did an amazing job. And we actually, I think, came to a real place. And what was also cool was that Ahmed was like, by the way, this is not scripted.
Yeah.
Because it almost felt scripted. That's how it started off a little bit slow because we were in discovery mode. But then by the end of it, it was rock and roll.
Which is how it usually goes too.
Yeah.
And just also the council sessions, there's an objective, whether they're solving a problem that they're trying to crack as part of the process, or they're looking for more information, insights about a facet of their audience. In this case, it was more about audience research and coming up with insights, but sometimes it's about, finding more opportunities for growth. Basically, you're cracking code and you're bringing experts to help with that. So I think this is what you guys accomplished today.
100%.
Perfect.
Bring smart people into the room, open it up, and magic happens.
Perfect. Can people watch this? Because I didn't see it. Am I able to watch it now and catch up?
Yes. Well, we streamed it to all of the channels.
Okay, perfect. So
YouTube, LinkedIn,
perfect.
Instagram, TikTok. Oh, I even sent it to Substack.
That's great.
Yes.
So then you should be able to watch in any of those channels.
So effectively, if you go to Zero NDA, the number zeronda.com, you'll learn more about the project, and you'll also be able to tune in, find ways to tune in.
That's fantastic. What's next?
The next thing is really a couple of things. I just started a Discord channel.
Yeah.
People are slowly starting to move into there.
Fabulous.
And we're literally building projects in real time with these founders. They're all there. We're talking about the projects. They're taking shape in real time. And actually, Ahmed brought up a really great idea. He said, it's always a bit awkward to start a live.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know like how to start. Am I recording or whatever? So the idea here is like start the live like 15, 20 minutes before on Discord.
Yeah.
Get warmed up, and then get questions with that audience, and then bring them into the live.
That's a great idea.
Such a great idea.
Love it.
Another amazing idea that came after the fact was, because they're builders, they're just like, it would be super cool if we had a real-time engine that was taking the voice transcript and then mapping it into a whiteboard, and you would get a visual representation of all of the ideas happening in real time.
That's great. That's a great takeaway for them too.
Isn't that insane?
That's
that
awesome.
You can actually do that?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, it would just take like 2-3 hours to build.
That's great.
I'm like, can we build it in public?
Yeah, that's a fabulous idea. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. So very fruitful week.
Wins, wins, wins.
Wins, wins. What's the next council session?
The next council sessions, we're actually doing 2 next week.
Perfect.
One is about growth hacking strategies,
Okay.
which is like, the word growth hacking is very loaded these days. There's like a lot of like buzzwords, GTM, like ICP, and all these things. Like, and when you're getting into like real growth hacking, like the people that are actually doing this, they don't want to talk about any of this stuff.
They just want to grow.
They want to like, no, they're sketchy. Like real growth hackers, like the people that are like a real growth hacker is someone that can grow a YouTube channel in 24 hours to like 100,000 plus users and then sell it. They do all sorts of, they walk a very fine line of mischief between what's legal and what's not. And I was like, I wanted to talk to these people, but then it's kind of like talking to like a crime lord, like you're like, they don't really want to be on camera.
Would be interesting.
It would be very interesting.
Can we distort their voice?
Yeah, that would be very cool, actually. I would love to do that. So if you're listening and you like to walk this fine line, and you're an actual growth hacker that likes to do mischievous things on the internet and grow projects, I'd love to hear from you. But I don't have that person in my network right now.
Perfect. Yeah.
But I do have someone who's a little bit more on the ethical grassroots growth side of things. And I think that's how that conversation will take shape.
Okay.
So we're going to explore
because there are also really solid growth people that do it that are less mischievous. But I think it would be good to get to know both, to be honest.
Do you know people in your network?
I can think about it.
Okay. Yeah. Think about it. And if you know people in your network that do growth, that are specialized in this and want to have an open discussion about it next week, drop names in the comments.
Yeah, reach out.
I mean, that's how to do it. We're doing it live. Exactly. So let us know.
And join in. When is it happening next week?
Next week, it's happening on Wednesday.
Perfect.
And then we've got another session on Thursday that's all about building AI infrastructure for marketing and PR agencies.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So tune in Wednesday and Thursday. Check in with us if you want more information about when it happens. We'll be going live. And then if not, on Friday, we're going to catch up and talk about what happened.
We're going to do this again next week on Friday. So hope you join us for the next one. Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend. Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend, everybody. It's a sign off. We need like a sign off, like a sign off jingle. All right.
A little confetti bomb.
Yeah, definitely like things like need to fall from the ceiling or something.